Good morning, amazing healers and beautiful souls. It is Dr. Liz here from the Bull and Health Institute. And do you avoid crowds because you find them overwhelming? Do you think differently than most people? Does small talk drain a lot of your energy? Well, you could be neurodivergent. So I was listening to The Neurodivergent Mind and fell in love with this book. The drive for answers in the abnormal population is refreshing. And the treasures that neurodivergent people have to offer is brilliantly explained. I identify as a neurodivergent woman and a doctor. So according to the Oxford Dictionary, neurodiversity is the range of differences in individual brain function and behavior traits, regarded as part of a normal variation in the human population, used especially in the context of the autistic spectrum disorders. So plainly put, this means that you are wired differently than the general population. There are many different forms of neurodivergence, and more are being discovered every day. And the main diagnosis that neurodivergent people have are HSP, ADHD, autism, including Asperger's, SPD, and synesthesia. All of these conditions have their hardships when fitting into mainstream society. They find it overstimulating and overwhelming. What this book brought to the forefront was the underdiagnosis in women with these conditions and how many healthcare professionals have no idea how to help them. So the STAR Institute has been making advancements in bringing awareness, support groups, and helping individuals learn how to thrive with their individualized needs. Their main mission is about learning how to do you and working with the miraculous gifts you were born with. So designing your life to suit your needs is what everyone needs to be doing, regardless of their neurophysiology. Sensitive people just have a harder time pretending that everything is fine. They also can process a lot more information than the average person. So my high-functioning overachievers are all neurodivergent. And it is a beautiful gift. You can do a lot more than the average. And yet there may be some mundane tasks that you struggle with, like growing grocery shopping or shopping at the mall. It's the yin to the yang. It is the balance that life requires. Your greatest superpower is also your greatest liability if you haven't learned how to balance it. So through neurolinguistic programming, I have learned how you can reshape your brain and increase neuroplasticity. Being neurodivergent or neurotypical is irrelevant. You have neuroplasticity by being a human being. So NLP is going to work. We all need to learn how to create our world that allows us to thrive. We all need to identify our needs, our wants, and what our superpowers truly are. And you want to build your life around your needs and how you're wired so you can truly shine. We are the creators of our world, and there are obstacles and lessons that we are going to learn along the way. That was part of taking on a human body. This is a journey for every single human being on the planet. And there are stages along the journey, step by step. So beginning the journey, it's all about awareness and self-discovery. You've had a wound that sent you down a path to find people, places, and organizations that you needed. From there, you learned how to interact with your new awareness. You find ways to make you feel better and people that you can relate to. And then the journey keeps going. Because you're never done. You will always be learning. You will go through obstacles and you will come out the other side. Though with NLP, you will go through the obstacles faster because you have more experience and different tools. So universal law is that change is mandatory. Growth is highly recommended during constant change. Just because you're a neurodivergent doesn't mean that you have to hide away in a cave. You can learn to integrate and grow. You can use your superpowers to help society. And your superpowers are always going to be there as your clues as what you should be doing with your life that's going to make you feel purposeful and alive and truly feel joy. And superpowers come in many forms. Most of the time, they're more subtle than you imagined. And there are many executives and millionaires that have learned how to use their constitution as a gift. It's almost a birthright, serving others and creating heartfelt empires that are inclusive. So while you're living in chaos, it's hard to clearly see that divergent people have the most important job of all, leading the way into the future. So what if you could create a world that suited your needs and allowed you to develop to your fullest potential? Imagine a world where you could just be you and everyone applauded your courageous effort. Imagine you ended up helping millions of people with your innate superpowers, being a leader in your industry. This is possible, and it can happen for you. All you need to do is book in a Zoom tea with me, and I will grant you access to a whole universe you never knew existed that is full of wonder, freedom, passion, joy, and an amazing tribe. So go book your Zoom tea with me right now, because that future is waiting for you.